2023, okay, which is released on the day 24th of March 23. And next circular, which was released on 27th of December 23. Okay, these are the two circulars which were released for the foundational stage HPC. Updated circulars are also there. You all please go through the CBSE website. You all know how to go about it, and please see the updated circulars also. Okay. So let's start with this orientation now. The very first picture is showing here that, what does it show? The hands together.
Collaboration.
And this will be interactive session because I know grade 1-2 teachers have already done this in the classes. So I want you all also to participate in this session.
Collaboration.
Collaboration, yes. Because it's teachers' collaboration. Individually, you cannot plan HPC. For all the subjects, all the teachers will have to come together, plan some tasks through which we are going to achieve the ultimate target. Okay? Yes. So basically, what is the objective of this orientation? Let's see that it is a reflection of NEP 2020 and NCFFS 2022. Now, before we start our HPC, these two documents are very, very important. Okay, we have got these copies here. These copies will be later on kept in the library. If you wish to, you will have to go through these documents. So please go through these documents which are kept in the library for reference. Soft copies are already shared with you all on primary groups. Okay? In B.Ed, I have taught the students, student teachers. They used to learn by iconic memory. Okay? That means remembering the pictures. That is why I want to show you this. This is the picture. Okay? This is the colored picture. I mean, this is not a colored one, but you will find the colored picture where the NCFFS is there. Okay? So this is the document. Thank you. Okay, so these many pages are there. I know you all cannot spare this much time, but some points are really very important where learning outcomes are given. So you can just go through this. This is the background, like a Bible for you all. You will have to go through these things. Okay, so when we are studying NEP 2020 and NCFFS 2022, which is especially meant for the foundational level and preparatory level that you will have to go through. After these HPC documents, they have released the implementation guides, teacher's manual. These copies are also available with me. Whenever you want to go through, please go through. And I have circulated the soft copies of this. If you just serve the WhatsApp chats, in that I have already shared the soft copies of these documents. So please go through and start reading these things. Okay, only then it will be helpful for you. And ultimately you have to plan your APPs. Still you are preparing your APPs, so that will help you to plan the activities for your LPPs. Okay, let's start now. So you'll have to reflect first on your NEP 2020 and NCFFS 2022. Second is to understand the scope of foundation stage concerning pedagogies, curriculum and assessment. If you will remember, for different methodologies, respected principal ma'am has already conducted one session last year in this period itself. Before you start your LPs and APPs, ma'am has already conducted a session on APPs, LPs, different pedagogies that can be used for preparing your LPs. Do you all remember? Yes. Have you all prepared your lesson plan? plans accordingly? Yes. So next year, let's have some, this coming academic session 25-26, again you can plan certain other lesson plans using these methodologies plus some innovative methodologies in your lesson plans. To review the principles and strategies of assessment which are given under HPC. That is also one of the objectives. Now this diagram is very familiar with you all by now, correct? This is showing the difference of previous academic structure, how it was, and now the present academic structure, how it is. Right? Present academic structure, what is the formation? How is the structure?
5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4.
5 plus 3 plus?
3 plus 4.
3 plus 4. So what are these first five? Foundational stage, correct, very good. My teachers are very active, I am liking you all, come on. Very good. So foundational stage, which classes are there?
Pre-primary and lower primary.
Ma'am, you are not supposed to answer, please. CRs and in charges have already worked on it, so basic things let the teachers answer, please. I want all the teachers to speak up, come on. Pre-primary and grade 1 and 2 comes under foundational stage. What is the age group? 3 to 8. Okay? Usually we expect that in grade 1 when the child is coming for grade 1 admission, he is 6 years. Okay? So 3 to 8 is the age group. We are going to address this. Now later comes the preparatory stage. Preparatory stage means? Preparatory stage means, see if you see it in this diagram, we have 4 stages. Can you see different colors here? This is the bifurcation. Green color shows the foundational level, that is 3 years to 8 years, nursery, junior KG, senior KG, grade 1, grade 2, 5 classes. Okay, this is the foundational stage. Second stage is preparatory stage. 5 plus 3. 3 is 3rd to 5th. Age group that you are going to address. Age group that you are going to address is 8 to 11. Okay. Next comes middle section, that is again 3. That means 6 to 8. Age group of 11 to 14. And last is secondary section. So where you are going to address 9 to 12, that is 14 to 18. Why I am telling you this also, middle section and secondary section, although this is not needed now, but later on I think the HPC is going to be compulsory for 12th and 10th standard also. Okay, so gradually yes ma'am, if I am not mistaken, yes. So it is going to be there for these classes as well, and your children must be studying in these classes. That's what I am telling you all. Okay, this is clear? Yes? Please give me feedback. You all expect that your student should answer, your student should listen to you very carefully, they should not doze in the class. These are all our expectations being teachers, right? So even today I am expecting these things. Next ma'am. Yeah. So this is the booklet, National Curriculum Framework of Foundational Stage 2022. Now just see, it is for foundational stage that we have to refer. Just now I have shown you the hard copy of it. This will be the picture. Please remember, this we have to go through where you have been given the learning outcomes in detail. All your curricular goals, based on that, what activities are to be planned in detail for each and every goal. Various activities are given in this book. So you just have to refer. If you are not able to plan it innovatively and creatively, at least go through these activities, which will be very helpful for you. Thank you, Principal Ma'am. Sure. Okay. Next. Next, please. Next. So National Curriculum Framework for Foundational Stage 2022 recommends few things. As a general, I am not talking about assessment as of now. I am talking about general things which they have referred. Right? So they are referring, that is 5 first 5 years, which should be flexible, multi-level, different levels, activity-based learning, same like pre-primary classes. You have seen pre-primary classes. Okay? One of my teachers, when I was teaching in B.Ed college, she used to say that, ma'am, pre-primary is called, in Marathi they are calling Shishu Mandir. So actually it is Shishu Mandir. I don't know how many of you got this. Okay? It is actually that, coming in the school, enjoying different activities, having food, using washrooms, some etiquettes, manners, life skills. This talks about all these things at this level. And we are teaching all the concepts, all the lessons, but the crux of that or the gist of that we are not teaching sometimes. So it is not about learning lessons or learning only chapters, but what is the core value of that? You are planning all these things in your APP. But actually, are you seeing that these activities or these achievements you have already, these outcomes you have already achieved after your lesson, after your teaching, that you are not assessing? Okay? So basically it recommends the age appropriate pedagogy because at different levels, different methodologies will come. Mostly at grade 1 and 2, we are using playway method, toy-based pedagogies, all these things we are using here. We need to nurture the unique capabilities of each child because this method itself suggests it's a learner-centric method. So each child is different. We have learned this in Tare Zameen Par, right? We like that movie very much. But are we following those things in the class? No. When it comes to teaching, when it comes to our class, entire scenario changes. So many things are there, ma'am. Lesson plan बनाना है, MPP बनाना है, question paper बनाना है, बच्चों को सिखाना है, syllabus complete करना है, compiled syllabus में लिखना भी है completed, right? So we have n number of things to do. In that we are losing the small things. Where even along with your child is also learning and he is missing out the small things. So to nurture the unique capabilities of each child, next is it's a multidisciplinary approach to education. Different disciplines we are using, different subjects we are interlinking. It bridges the gap between the home environment and child and the formal school environment. Why is this point mentioned? Can somebody throw light on this? Why is this last point mentioned? It bridges the gap. Have you all seen the HPC? Progress card, have you all seen? Why is it saying this? It bridges the gap between home environment and the formal school environment. Can anybody tell me? Whichever comes to your mind, please, ma'am. The answer is wrong? Yes. It's accepted? Yes. Whichever. School environment and home environment is different, right? But if you have seen in HPC, since it is called 360 degrees assessment, we are taking parents' views also into consideration, right? How do they think their child is? That also we are going to consider. That is why some of the activities, some of the observations which parents are making, they are going to write it for the child. Okay? That is why it is bridging the gaps and that they are going to discuss it with the teachers. Because the major feature of HPC is giving timely feedback to the parents, not only during PTMs. We call the parents on Fridays, on Saturdays, right? So if you feel that the feedback should be given to the parent, please proceed it now. Thank you. So every time this feedback is very important for the parents. That will bridge the gaps between school environment and at home. Next please. Now, NCFFS has given certain recommendations for assessment. These were the general things which I have discussed with you. Now, this is the next slide where that NCFFS is suggesting or recommending certain things only for the assessments. Let's focus on that. It's a systematic record keeping for such assessments is considered very important professional responsibility of the teachers. Although we know that many of the parents come here and teach us, yes, we know that, right? But we don't teach them in IT, right? Most of the parents are from IT background. We don't teach them these things. Whereas we have learned their own things also. We are aware about teams, correct? So, when it comes to this systematically keeping the records of the child, that doesn't mean at the end of the year or somewhere, at the end of the month, you are just completing your anecdotal records. No. It will be a continuous process. In fact, there is a specific sample or a format of anecdotal record which will be a very important tool for assessment. Okay, so for every child in a class, if you observe certain things are good, the child has come up with a very good answer. Most of the children are not thinking in that way. Maybe some answers which are out of the box. Some child has shown the progress very extraordinarily. Some child has given you answer or maybe complimented, or some child's very weird behavior you have observed in the class. All the things will come in that. Basically, it is your observation skill. And you have, luckily, Akshara is giving you that privilege that you are having only 32 to 33 children in the class. CBSE whereas allows us to take 40 students. Right? So 8 students का per class काम बच गया आपका. Yes. Next is care must be taken to ensure the assessment and does not overburden both teachers and students. Yes, we also don't want to overburden you all. If the things are planned properly, then I think you will not be overburdened. Initially, I always say, initially if you are working and planning properly, then you have to work less because planning is already there in your head. You just have to implement that in the class. Next is teachers have the autonomy to design judiciously for the appropriate tools for the assessment. CBSE doesn't say that these specific assessment pattern only should be followed. No. For all the classes, they have given free hand for the teachers through which they can achieve the learning outcomes. So different tools, evaluation tools can be used for the assessment. Next one. If you all can see, this is a first picture which is showing the foundational stages but for the age group of 3 to 4. That means pre-primary. The front page is same. Okay, this is the report card for grade 1 and 2. And this is the implementation guide for the teachers. If you all remember, I have just circulated 25 pages small manual implementation guide for the teachers. That is this. Okay. Now after this session also, I will again share all these documents with you all. Please go through. Next please. Why HPC? Okay. The entire, all the schools in Pune and everywhere they are thinking why this HPC is given. Teachers' work they have increased. So National Education Policy 2020, which is recommending and which is proposing this HPC card, which reflects on the uniqueness, again the uniqueness of the child. See, sometimes you must have observed one of the child in the class who is very good in studies, academics, but he is not participating in any of the CCA, any of these activities. Child is not at all interested. That means the child is actually interested in all academics and studies. We have learned these multi-dimensional things, right? So basically this is interested that if the child is academically not strong, but he must be very good in certain skills like drawing, singing, dancing, good orators like our principal ma'am, right? So we can have different kinds of students in the class. We just have to grab their talent and then develop those. We cannot expect that each and every child in the class will score 90% in the academics. All are coming in A grade. This will not happen. Individual learning pattern is different. Assessment types. Again, the purpose is 360 degrees. Why it is 360 degrees? When we are going to discuss the HPC, that time I will again explain you that. Assessment types. Again, we are having peer assessments in the class, Self-assessment. The child is going to evaluate, assess himself in that situation. What all things were difficult for me? What all things were easy for me? Which things did I like the most? So self-assessment, child's assessment. Involvement of parents. Again, here involvement in a right direction. We are going to get the feedback for this, how the child is behaving at home. All this feedback can be taken from the parents. Learning mapping, so it's a continuous mapping. You are seeing the graph, how the child is getting developed. In grade 1, this child's observation was something different, and in grade 2, the child has come up with really nice, activities and qualities, or the child's improvement can be seen through this. Then we have performance overview. So at the end of the year, again we are reviewing the child again and again, and that overview will be given. And identifying the opportunities. See, we have Athenium, and when we think of these things, anchoring, dances, then singing, these are certain activities we are classifying the students into these categories. Correct? So here this identifying their opportunities, we are identifying their talents and segregating them into different categories. Right? So these all things will come in giving them the opportunities from school side. Next. Aim of HPC is entirely shift from the summative testing, half yearlies, periodical tests, half yearlies, again periodical tests, and term end examination. CBSE and HPC is allowing for your formative assessments more. Regular formative assessment and competency based learning. Next please. So what do you understand by following things? Now here onwards, this is very important slide, and from here onwards actually HPC will start. This is all the background, what we have to keep it in mind, but now from here onwards we are actually starting with our HPC things. There are different domains, those who have worked. Now what are domains? These curricular goals, competencies and learning outcomes. It is expected from all the teachers when they are teaching in the class. Before teaching, you all are going to write the ALO on the board. When they are observing your lessons, hardly 1 or 2 teachers are writing these ALOs on the board. What are the children going to learn after your teaching? Those ALOs are equally important. Why are you teaching this particular concept to the child? Sometimes the teachers also are not aware about this thing. It is given in the book, so we are teaching. Right? You should understand what is the learning outcome, with what thought process you are going to teach this. Okay? So there are different domains, curricular goals, competencies and learning outcomes. I am going to talk about these 3 things first, because learning outcomes are already given in your NCFFS also. You can go through those things. These 3 things now will be included in your HPC that I am going to talk about. Next slide please. Yeah. So domains. Now this is the linkage between the domains, curricular goals, your competencies and your learning outcomes. See, first round I have written domains. Okay. Under these domains, these curricular goals will be there. Under curricular goals, you are going to have different competencies. And under these competencies, you will be achieving this through your learning outcome. Okay? Next. So the terminology that is used in HPC, first we'll see all the domains. Taking view of the development pattern of children in the age group of 3 to 8 years, how children learn at this stage, and the curricular goals have been articulated in 5 major domains. Okay? If you all have seen HPC, there are 5 main domains. These domains. Main 5 domains are there. Under these 5 domains, we are going to have curricular goals. These are 13 curricular goals which CBSE has specified. These are the fixed numbers. Okay? Curricular goals, that is 13. After that, they have under this, for each curricular goal, for 13 curricular goals, they have given different competencies. Competency statements are given to you. Just the sentences are elaborated so that you will understand what exactly is to be done, which activity is to be planned for this, for achieving these curricular goals. Okay, next slide please. Are you all clear till here? I am not getting the answers. Are my teachers awake? Yes. Do you want to change a place? Your children are moving in the class. Primary teachers I know. Okay. So curricular goals, that is called CGs. Okay. After this we are not going to say curricular goals every time, but CGs, short form, CGs. The statements that gives the direction to the curriculum development goal. As I have told you, first domain comes and under that we are going to have curricular goals, that is CGs. So there are total 13 CGs. I am going to show you all these things so it will be clear for you. Competencies, again, each developmental goal. Now these CGs will be having some sentences which are explaining the what is to be done, how it is to be done, how it is to be achieved. All these things will be given in the statements. These are the statements. After that, you all know learning outcome, which is the milestone that you are going to achieve it after your teaching. Yeah. So 5 main domains of the holistic assessment. The first round of that circle. Okay. Just imagine that first circle now. Domains. Which are the 5 domains now? Physical development, social, emotional and ethical development. Third is cognitive development. Fourth is language and literacy. Fifth is aesthetic and cultural development. And this last part, why have you written this? I am saying 5 domains and I have written 6. Why is it so? The 6th domain is a part of this aesthetic and cultural development. This is 5.1. Okay? Did you all understand this? Physical development. What are these that we are going to learn later? You will also have to read the literature which is there available. Huh? So physical development, socio-ethical. Now you can remember P. I can give you the acronym. See here. PSC LAB. PSC LAB. Just fix it up in your mind. PSC, not E. PSC LAB. Okay. Once it is fixed in your mind, then you will be able to match that. Keep this only sequence in your mind so that progress card also while filling up, it will be easy for you. PSC LAB. Okay. So under this, I am telling you that under each developmental goal, we are going to have under each domain, we are going to have different CGs. That is curricular goals. Correct. So under physical development, we are going to have 3 CGs. First, second and third. This is the physical development. Okay. Next 3, that is 4, 5 and 6 will be there under socio-emotional and ethical development. After that, 7th and 8th CG will come under cognitive development. 9th, 10th and 11th, again these 3 competency curricular goals will be under language and literacy development, all 3 languages. And next, that is aesthetic and cultural development, we are going to have 1, and again in the last domain we are going to have 1 more, that is 13. So see, you all can see here 5 domains, correct? Under that, how many curricular goals? CGs? 13, not 12, 13. Okay? So 13 CGs. Is this clear? These are the basic things which you will have to understand and which will be common for all the primary teachers. Next please. Okay. Now see here, we can understand. Now we have come, see, first we have learned domains. Next we have learned CGs. Correct? Now we are on competencies. Competencies, now see, the domain is physical development. How many competencies are there under physical domain? CGs, yes. So first, second and third will come under physical development. Domain 1, now previous. Yes. See. Okay. CG1 here, the statements which are given here, these are the curricular goals. Now see here, just understand the difference between CGs and competencies. Okay, CG is here, children develop the habits that keep them healthy and safe. This is one curricular goal. For achieving this curricular goal, we have been given different competencies. These are the competencies. That is why you will be able to see C1.1. Okay, 1.1, CG1. Okay, 0.1, 0.2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this number will keep on changing. Am I clear? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Sure? Okay. So CG1, see under physical development, ma'am, just go to the next. See, this is CG1 under physical development, CG2 under physical development, and CG3 under physical development. 3 curricular goals that we have seen in the first slide, that hexagonal shape diagram. Okay? Then CG3, till CG3 we are under physical development, and these competencies will change. Okay? For each curricular goal, these competencies are going to change. For this we have to plan now. For these 13 goals, we have to plan together. Next one. Next domain is, wait now. Next domain is?
Socio-emotional.
Yes, correct. Socio-emotional ethical development. Under that, how many CGs are there? 3. Very good. 3. So 4, 5, and 6. So children develop habits that keep them healthy and safe. Next one. Children develop a positive attitude towards productive work and service or seva. And CG6 is children develop a positive regard for their natural environment around them. These 3 CGs will come under socio-emotional ethical development. Now these words and terms on these domains, they are clear with their words. Socio, that is social life. Emotional, that is child's emotional status, and ethical, what is right, what is wrong. Morally, sometimes it is right, sometimes wrong. Consciousness, right? So socio-emotional ethical development. First was physical domain. So all the things which we could see in physical. Okay? So 6. Next domain is cognitive development. Cognitive, ma'am has explained CAP for you all. What is the full form? Very good, Kanchan ma'am. Cognitive, affective, 3 domains. Again, these domains and these domains are different. Cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. So cognitive is related to intelligence, brain. Okay? So under that, how many CGs are we going to have? CG7, cognitive development, CG7, CG8, cognitive development. See, these competencies are the statements which will judge, these competencies are based on these curricular goals. Okay? We have to plan for these curricular goals to achieve these competencies. Are you getting this point?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. CG9, CG10. Sorry. Till CG9. No. CG2, ma'am. Cognitive CG8. Correct. 3, 3, 2. Cognitive, we will be having 2. Next. Next is language and literacy development. For grade 1 and 2 teachers, it was compulsory to attend FLM. What is the full form?
Foundation literacy and
Foundation literacy and numeracy. Okay? So we are talking about literacy, that means all 3 languages. English, Hindi and Marathi. All 3 languages are compulsory from CBSE also, and we are going to assess all the students. In Akshara, you are asking me on the L1 and L2 is given, but for all 3 languages we are going to assess the children. So CG9 will be under language literacy development. Children develop effective communication skills for day-to-day interactions in 2 languages. We are having 3 languages. So see, all these CGs are based on these things, these domains. This will come about the communication, which will be day-to-day communication with the child, instructions, whether the child is able to understand the thing, understand the things and able to express it. These all things will come under language and literacy. Okay, next. CG9, CG10, again, children develop fluency in reading and writing. LSRW, we have learned about our 4 skills for all 3 languages, correct? So, children develop the fluency in reading and writing, language 1, language 2, language 3. Next. Children develop fluency, next. Children begin to read and write in language 2. See, basic, we have 2 categories for language learning. For Marathi and Hindi, we have basic and the regular curriculum, correct? Some students who have not at all learned, for grade 1, when the students are coming to our school, they have not learned Marathi in their previous schools at senior KG level, right? So, all the basic things, that is why we give them basic Marathi. All the basic things we are teaching them first, all the alphabets, and then we are teaching them the reading writing skills, correct? And see, luckily in Hindi and Marathi we have the same script. Writing script is same, that is Devanagari. Only the words vocabulary will be different. Next please. Next is aesthetic, third domain, that is aesthetic and cultural food. Aesthetic and cultural development. Here we are going to have children develop the abilities and sensibilities in visual and performing arts and express their emotions through art in meaningful and joyful ways. Are we having activities based on this? Can we assess the students based on this, visual and performing arts? Yes. Which are the activities that we have? CCA, second, VPA. If we have to assess the students for this goal, which all activities will come? CCA, arts, yes. VPA, P is physical. That will be okay. VPA will be also a part of this. Our Athenaeum will be a part of this. Correct? All the cultural and other things. So aesthetic and cultural development. Next please. Positive and so aesthetic and cultural development, this is the sub part of it, that is positive learning habits. CG, only one CG is mentioned here, and for cultural also we have children develop the habits of learning that allow them to engage actively in formal learning environments like school classrooms. Okay, this will be the positive learning habits. What all habits that you are inculcating among the students? Wash your hands before you have your lunch. Tie your legs. Many students, they are not able to tie. Correct? Keep your books in your bags. Arrange your cupboard properly in the class. Many skills, small things are taught in the class. Right? Yes. Some children do it very quickly. Some children, they will take some time. Their water bottles are, water is spilled on the floor. Few things are lying here, all around in the class. First, a bench, child's notebook, you will find it on the last bench somewhere, right? So these all are our observations. Till here, are we clear? Are you sure? Yes. First and second, they are, I would say 50% they are clear because they have planned the activities based on this last year and they have implemented it also in the class. So they are aware about these things. Let us congratulate and have a round of applause for these teachers. They have taken a lot of pain to plan the activities which they have already planned, but they have to categorize this into different domains. Okay? Yes. Next one. Yeah. So now here, if you have learned those domains, competences, okay, is the difference clear among these three things? Domains, CGs and competencies? Is it clear? Okay. Now, two different subjects, like we have English, EVS, Math, okay, academic subjects. So academic performance, we are having different grades, projects, we give them different project-based learning, we have scrapbook for them, so many things we are using for this, okay. So academic performance is assessed. Then co-curricular activities, we are going to have like sports, we have Ignite, art, music, dance, drama, all the cultural activities, your CCA, your assembly will be a part of this. Okay? These all things we are doing it actually, but we just have to categorize them and place them properly. Okay? So you are not doing something extraordinary planning for HPC. Let me tell you this very clearly. You just have to categorize this into this CG, under the CGs and domains. Social and emotional learning, and again peer interactions. Who is the best friend of that person, of that child? You are also aware about as a class teacher. You are aware about these things. So peer interaction. What do they interact? What do they speak? Emotional intelligence. Few children are very shy in the class. They will not answer. Although they will understand everything, they are very sharp, but they will not answer. They will hesitate. Okay? Few students are very open. Even if they are going to give you wrong answers, but they will say it very confidently. Right? So different emotional background children are going to have, and you have to deal with these children. Their behavior in the class again. Your classroom observations again. Next time onwards, you will have to carry your notebook. Ideally, for grade 1 to 5, all the teachers will have to carry a notebook in which they will be writing the observations in the class. Okay? Observations means if you have observed something, only you just have to jot the point, and later on you can develop that. Physical health and fitness, again your PE, sports, Ignite, right? Mass PT, drill will be a part of this. Participation in all physical activities, fitness assessments. Few teachers also, now maths and this also, maths and PE can be associated. Like you can ask the students to work for, if you are teaching them addition and subtraction. So you can ask the students, come 3 steps ahead. So they are counting also, so it is physical movement plus mathematics also. Okay, you can use our staircases for this as one of the tools. Ask the student, let them stand at the base and then ask them to move forward and walk for 3 steps. Again come back for 2 steps. Correct? So these all things these are your resources which you can easily use in the classes. Next please. So scholastic areas, health and physical education, and that is post-scholastic areas. You are already aware about these things. Scholastic means academics, post-scholastic means your art, sports, music, PTA, and physical and health education, that is your physical activities. Next please. Grading system. Now your grading system will change. Till now you were giving and you were, the students were scoring. Just give me 5 minutes. Grading system also will change because we have changed the assessment pattern now, right? So this is just an example which I have given you. A, B, C. There are different assessment patterns where you can assess the students through smileys. Okay, for a 0.3 scale, you can give them different points. You can give different symbols to them. Okay, basically on 0.3 scales we are going to have this. In HPC they have already given, we give beginners, proficient and advanced, 3 levels that we will learn later. And qualitative descriptors, this is very important. These descriptors are given in your NCFFS. For each, now you know CGs, correct? For each and every CG they have given different activities, they have given different tasks which you can conduct it in the class. If you are not ready to plan, think innovatively, then you can just go through these documents to plan these activities for your class. Okay? So qualitative descriptors are also given. How many? You all have done B.Ed, right? So you all are aware about the rating scale. 0.3, 0.5. Correct? We have two types of rating scales. In that, first is numbers are given, and second is descriptive rating scale, where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if it is given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so for 1, what is the rating scale? What is the description that is given for measuring the learning outcome? Okay, so these are the descriptive, qualitative descriptors they have given for the performance level at different performance levels. Next one. What are the benefits of holistic progress report card? That is, students' engagement will be there. Teachers are equally engaging the students in the activities, and it will be beyond academics. Focus will not be only on academics but on other activities also. I always say this example to few of the teachers. See, in 10th standard in Akshara itself, we are having 100 on 100. The students who are scoring 100 on 100. Correct? 10th standard result, 12th standard result. So how will you, if we are having 10 students who have scored 100 on 100, okay? On what grounds are you going to differentiate? Academically all are strong. How will you differentiate them then? So with their life skills. These are the extracurricular activities which they have improved throughout their life. Right? So this will make them special. Then strengths and areas of improvement. It will be clear-cut picture of the child that yes, if the child is weak, I will not say weak, but the child needs more help in this particular thing. Whereas these are the strengths of the child. The child is very good in anchoring. You can see that confidence when the child is presenting the assembly. Correct? It supports the mental well-being and reduces the pressure, because you can imagine the children who are coming in grade 1 sitting and writing in the class, and the children who are enjoying roaming, pre-primary children, you must have seen them playing around, correct, conducting so many activities, playing with clay, playing in sand, taking rounds in the school, correct, all these activities. And for parents, it's a tailored instruction, yes. We give the instructions and accordingly we assess. Because for, again, CPC gives you freedom to have different assessment tools. It is not fixed assessment. The writing pen and paper test is only conducted. No, you can have different tools for this. For parents, again, the clear understanding of the child's overall progress and the communication has to be done properly from the teacher side as well as from parent side. So individual feedback will be given, and first recognition of their strengths and weaknesses or the areas of improvement, and next giving this as a feedback to the parents. Yes. Implementation strategies. Yes, if we have to implement this, we have already started and begun with these things. Training the educators first. First we will have to understand, go through the content, understand this, and then it will be percolated to the teacher's level. Then you will be implementing that in the class. You can discuss, okay, peer learning, again it will happen between you all. Then it will be collaboration with the parents and the stakeholders. Parents who are going to give the feedback, timely feedback will be given, how he behaves. Now see, till now, if only exceptionally, well, the child is there in your class, only then you are giving the feedback. But for other things also you have to give the feedback. Parents are to be taken into confidence, and they should have this, assurance that you are not going to share this with anybody else, but for the child's development you are discussing these things with the parents. Okay? Next is giving the feedback. Continuous feedback mechanism. Now this will not depend on only on PTMs. Continuous feedback. As and when the things are happening, keep on noting down the things and give the feedback to the parents. Next. Now I know you must have tired. Now please go to the previous slide quickly. Yes. You must have tired. Let's have small activity. One small activity we'll have. So which I think will refresh you. And then we will again start with the later part. Later part will not take much time of yours because we have already planned these things and you have already implemented these things in the class. Only one slide I will discuss in detail. where based on series how grade 1 and 2 teachers have planned the activities subject wise. Because this will not be individually subject wise assessment. All the teachers subject wise, they will have to come together. Art, PE, that's why I was asking, computers even. So all the teachers will have to come together, plan some activities which will be reflected again in your APP, and then you can proceed further. Okay? Yeah. So before we start this, one small activity for you all. One picture will be shown to you. 2 slides are there. 20 pictures are there. 20 images are there in that picture. Okay? See, just I said that yes, we are going to conduct one activity. Many teachers started smiling. Do you say these things and allow children to smile in your class? Yes, that's good. Okay? So, 20 images are given in this picture. I will give you 20 seconds. I'll need a timer. Surely, ma'am, start. I'll need a timer and 20 seconds will be given to you. Okay? You just have to write. What symbol it is. What does it symbolizes? That you will have to write. Okay? So quickly we will write that. Only for 12. Don't write the elaborate description for that thing. Okay? I don't want that. Only symbol. You should be able to recognize the symbol for what it is. Shall we start? Yes? Okay. Ma'am, please. No discussion, please. Let me see who's scoring 21 20. Stop. Next. No discussion, please.
YouTube, Snapchat,
You have seen this around, right? I just want to check your observation. That's it.
Adobe, वो है
Good boy.
Yangian. क्या है?
Yes? Okay. Please exchange your notebooks. Video. Peer assessment. See? Yes. Now, this line.
We have done it together.
Okay, the first one?
Aadhaar card.
Yes. Correct? Nikita, the principal ma'am is checking your notebook. Yes. First is Aadhaar. If it is correct, let's take. Second?
Twitter. X.
Twitter. Correct. This is the revised symbol. Earlier it was?
Twitter. Now it is X.
Third, a blue bird. Yes, correct. Good. Third?
Audi.
Audi, right. Fourth?
Recycle.
Recycling. Correct. Fifth?
UNICEF.
UNICEF. Good. Next? What is it? गुजरात टूरिज्म. तभी तो आओ हमारे गुजरात में, right? Yes.
M किसका?
Next.
Marriott.
Next. M. Who is written Marriott? Yes. Yes, Manali ma'am, you're right. Marriott. And next M.
McDonald's.
Hotels. Group of hotels. Marriott. Okay. Next M.
McDonald's. McDonald's.
McD. Correct. I just thought of confusing you, MM, you know. Next is?
Akshara.
Yes.
Starbucks.
Starbucks. Correct.
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
Pepsi.
Pepsi. Right? Next?
Restroom.
Washrooms. Washrooms. Correct. Next?
Adobe.
Ma'am. Adobe scanner. Yes. Scanner. Okay, Adobe scanner. Dominoes. Yes. Next?
ChatGPT.
Chat GPT. Most of you are using this for your speeches. Chat GPT, right?
YouTube.
Next is YouTube. Very good. Next.
Snapchat.
Yes, for clicking and seeing more beautiful now. Right. Next.
Yan Yin.
Ma'am, wait.
What is Yan Yin?
It's yin and yang. Okay, having the spiritual and mental balance. This is a locket. Sometimes you get this, right? Yes. Okay, yin and yang symbol. White and black. Yin yang symbol. Okay. How many of you could write this? Those with whom I have already discussed will not be sharing that. What have you written? Okay, and last is?
Nike.
Correct. So I tried to take these symbols from different fields, like one sports, many other pictures were also there, but I could select only three from sports, literature, or many things, from technology, IT, all these things. Okay? So who has got 20 or 20? Nobody? Good. I'm successful. This is what you all do. You are assessing the students so that they should not write. You are framing the question paper. Ma'am is disconnected. Thank you. Okay? 19? 19? No? Very good. 18? Okay. Ma'am, you have seen it in the morning.
No, ma'am, I have not seen.
No, copycats. No.
Ma'am, I have not seen.
Okay, next. 17. Anupriya. Isha ma'am 17. Okay. Shweta ma'am also. 3. 16. Good. Okay. Here somebody raised their hand. Okay. 15. 4 teachers. 14. Many of you have scored. Okay. 13. Okay. 12. I think maximum hands are going to raise. 12. Okay. 11. And 10. Okay. So below 10, they need to observe and develop the observation power more. Okay? These are very common symbols and this tests your GK. I think, correct ma'am? These are all things, dominoes and other things. Many a times we see this kind of symbols but we don't recollect these symbols. And as I have told you, Bruno had said that 3 types of remembering. Child also learns these 3 things. Why do we say that yes, show something? When you are narrating a story, show them the pictures because they will remember this through these icons, through these pictures more. Correct? One picture is equal to 1,000 words. Correct? Yes. So you like the activity? Yes. Enjoy it? Yes. Yes. So I just wanted you all to get relaxed from HPC. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, now let us see and analyze. What did we learn from this activity throughout? What did I do? First thing, this activity has nothing to do with my HPC. Okay? Out of the track, out of the box, something, some distraction should be there when you are teaching them. Otherwise it will be very monotonous. Correct? You are teaching them entire story, entire lesson in one class. Please don't do that. Take some breaks. Have some, see students are also, you are also having your attention span very less nowadays, especially after pandemic. So students also will be having their attention span very less. So you have to understand these things. I can understand the pressure on you all that you have to complete syllabus and other things. But in one class, monthly once, is it possible? Yes. Okay? And And believe me, if you are able to conduct these kind of activities, you will be the favorite test teacher of all the students. Okay? And if you are taking these kind of activities, it will impact in a different way, and that will be a long-lasting impact on the students. Students will start liking you, liking your subject, even if the subject which is like mathematics, which will be a very difficult, that they think that it is very difficult subject, they'll start taking interest in this text. Okay? Yeah. Then, next thing, some distraction should be there in the class sometimes. Yes. Then, peer assessment we have done. Okay. Was there a healthy competition? Were you competing with yourself, not with other students in the class? Correct? So you were observing also, you were recollecting certain things which you have observed. Right? You were trying to ask also your friends, what is this? I have seen this somewhere, but I am not recollecting this. What is that called? Correct? Sometimes we read certain things, but we don't recollect the exact word at exact time. So, yes. And peer assessment. So these all small things can be done in the class just to distract the students. Have this activity 5 to 7 minutes now. 5 to 7 minutes. Just because I was explaining, it has taken more time. If students are used to this kind of activities, just for 5 minutes you can plan the activity, and again you can go back to your main concept. So I am going back to again main concept, that is HPC. Now from here we will be quickly finishing the activities. Slides. Now these are the slides. The activities which grade 1 and 2 have conducted it in the class last year, 24, 25. They have conducted these activities, planned this, and then they have conducted. So here I have taken only grade 1 activity. Similar way grade 2 has also planned. Yeah. Developmental activity on this slide. Yeah. See here. Now again we go back to our domain CGs. Under physical development, we are having this as a goal. For achieving this goal, we are having different competencies. Wait. See, under different domains, we are having these CGs. How many CGs are there in total? 30. How many domains are there in total? 5. Okay? 5 and 5.1. Okay. So for these CGs, these statements, we have planned the activities. Now these are the competencies. You have to read this and which activity will fit or which activity can be planned to achieve the learning outcome, that you have to plan. Now sometimes it may happen that one task is given, but through that you are going to achieve 2 CGs. That also can happen if you are linking your subject, correlating your subject with some other subject, then we can conduct this. Okay? Next one. Now we can go back to that slide. Yes. So for each goal, all the subjects, what they have done, they have planned these activities in their APP also. Last year they could not mention in their APP, but they have conducted this in the class because later this development happened. So for English, Hindi, Marathi, you can see all the subjects. See again, that is why you remember my first picture, collaboration. It is not like मेरा किसी से नहीं पड़ेगा, मैं अकेले मेरे क्लास के लिए प्लान करती हूँ. Nothing will happen in your class. You have to help each other, take and understand, have to have listening, you have to listen to others. See, even if you are given some leadership, partial leadership positions, you have to listen to the teachers. What is their intent? What do they think? What are they suggesting? That we have to listen, and then you all can collaborate and plan certain things. Right? Yes. So for all these subjects, academics as well as for your post-scholastic activities also, we have planned certain things to achieve this as a goal. So for example, this one goal is mentioned. Children develop fit and flexible body under physical development. So majorly which subject is it related to? P, physical education. But can we relate physical education with some other subjects? Yes, we can. Okay? How we can relate those? Just I'll give you one example and accordingly you can plan your activities there. For example, children develop their fit and flexible body. In English, what can we do? Talk about any two favorite fitness activities in the class. They know Zumba, they know aerobics. Grade 1 students are doing aerobics, going for their regular classes. What are they learning? Ask one or two children, yes, what have you learned in aerobics? Come on, show me in the class. So talk about any two favorite fitness activities. Some of them may like yoga, third to fifth. Now they can like this kind of activities. In Hindi, you can give information about Surya Namaskar. Mainly, they must be having these kind of lessons in their books. Okay, so these lessons they are relating with these activities. So you are giving them information about Surya Namaskar. Next in Marathi, चेहऱ्यावर वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारच्या प्रतिकृती करून हसणे. Different expressions you can have it on your face and you can ask the students to identify which expressions are these. So your body. Next is in math, physical movement like in sports move in curves. As I have told you, 2 steps ahead, 2 steps back. Learning, addition, subtraction. Correct? 2 students are there. Again 2 students are giving you 2 more notebooks. Multiplication. All these things can be done in the class. Next, EVS, height weight chart. Yes, these are some of the concepts which are already there in your book. You will have to, now since these books, this year we have not introduced any of the new books. Last year we have introduced and we are continuing with the same book. So for all the teachers, it must have taken some time to understand the content now. Correct? So now you will be in a position to plan the activities as per your own subjects. Marathi teacher may come up with these things. कि नहीं मेरे मराठी में ये concept है, we can relate this with this concept. That is why coming together is very important. Next is EVS height weight chart can be done. Even in our medical checkup we do it twice a year. So in that also we can correlate that. Art again, fun games, coloring. They are having thumb painting, palm painting, having different activities using this kind. Okay. Yoga day celebration again in PE. They have mass drill, PE, yoga, anapan. Computer science, children develop the motor skills by drawing computer. Maybe they can paint anything. They are preparing the invitations. When we are observing your lessons, we do observe these things. So using MS pen, touch pen, right? They can draw a picture. Again in CCA, yoga day celebration we have. That is already planned in your CCA planner. And in LEP, speaking activity, how does exercise help us? What are the other things that they have seen? Any general topic you can talk. And students' communication skills can be developed. Okay? Did you understand how to correlate? Especially for 3rd to 5th teachers now. Certain things must be striking you now. That yes, we can plan this way. These activities can be done in the class. Okay? Next. Ma'am, so for, I will not take much time of yours now. For all these goals, 13 goals, they have planned the similar activities. Okay? So goal 4, next one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 10. Okay? Next. Some of the challenges that initially we faced. See, before starting new thing, some of the challenges we have to face. But the fruit of that will be very sweet. Because we have taken so much of effort, so much of pain, then only you will realize, see, Athenium, lot many scoldings, ऐसे नहीं करना है, lot many planning, ऐसे नहीं, performance अलग, ये नहीं अच्छा, costume change करो, ये नहीं, कितनी बार हुआ है? But then when we receive the praises from management on the WhatsApp group, so all are happy. Then we don't remember, ma'am कैसे डाटा भी था हमको, correct? Yes. So initially we are going to face certain challenges. That is balance between the academics, teaching, and holistic assessments. Because certain things are to be clear. We have to attend certain training programs. See, recently by Burlington they have organized a training on online training on webinar was organized by them on Panchakosh. Correct? I have not included this concept. I did not want you all to get confused, but this also is available on YouTube. So please observe, please watch these kind of videos. Okay? So even HPC Swati Popat Vyas, she has conducted very nicely this session. What kind of worksheets can be prepared? How we can assess the children? How some of the worksheets which we have planned are wrong? How are we assessing the students? Small tips she has given, but very beautifully she has done that. And we are blessed to have our principal ma'am to suggest us certain things, right? Yeah. So ensuring consistency and fairness in evaluation. Consistency, continuous comprehensive evaluation. This we have done. I think Smriti Raniketa and Feminist CCEPI. So this is there. Fairness in evaluation. घर में कुछ तो हो गया, लॉट मेरी प्रॉब्लम्स आ गए, मेरी गाड़ी खराब हो रही थी, स्कूल में आ गए, आज असेसमेंट है, बच्चे पे गुस्सा. नो. ओके, फेयरनेस इन असेसमेंट. नेक्स्ट, आज मैं बहुत खुश हूँ, बहुत अच्छे मार्क्स बच्चों को. ओके, सो दिस थिंग्स फेयरनेस शुड बी देयर व्हेन यू आर गिविंग द मार्क्स. Then time consuming, yes. Initially it will be time consuming because you are under planning process. You have to plan certain things, come together. So lot many challenges you may face under this. Need of training for the teachers. Yes, we are giving you the platform. Now it's up to you how you are going to utilize these things. I always share this kind of training program, links, other things, YouTube videos on the primary group. It's up to you now how much you are going to learn from those videos. Detailed planning and understanding of innovative activities. Yes. Theme-based planning, PBL, project-based learning, all many things are there. Exit cards, so many things we have planned this year. Multitasking and assessment before the academic session, and teachers to understand different assessment tools. Now CBSE is given us the freedom to use different tools which are not our regular. Only pen and paper test cannot be a regular tool. Okay, next. So this is grade 1 and 2 report card. The way it is going to, you all are going to say this on CBSE website will be like this. In that, all about me. Who will be filling up this information? See, okay. Before filling up, this is what you all are going to fill up and ask. You are going to ask the students and your parents to fill up the information. So that is why it is called 360. Some of the information which will be filled up by the teacher. Some information will be filled up by a peer, a classmate of the child. There are some columns which will be filled up by the parents. So that is why everybody is included in this. That is why 360 degrees. Mathematics teachers. I think this is general concept again, 360 degrees. In 10th standard we have learned these things. So everybody is going to assess, and child himself or herself is going to assess. All about me. Who is going to fill up this? Grade 1 to 8 is not possible, that's why teachers, but 3 to 5, yes, of course students will be filling up this. Next, that is why my birthday, what I like, my likings, my favorite thing. Child will think at least they will start thinking about these things. What I want to be in my life. Grade 1 का grade 10 तक change हो जाता है, right? I wanted to be a conductor. Why? Ask me why. Because I have seen conductor who is collecting money from everyone and everybody is giving him money without hesitating. जितने पैसे मांगे उतने दे रहे हैं. So he was having a nice bag. So I like that. So when I was in grade 1, I wanted to be a conductor. What I am today, see. Okay, next. Glimpse of myself. Again, here maybe a picture, his information, family picture, all these things you can write. Glimpse of about my family, who all are there. Pictures you can paste. Now here, this is something. We are going to assess the students in term 1 and in term 2. Okay. Now here different competencies are given. See here, curriculum goal 1. That is your CG1. Okay. In your progress card also it will be reflected, which we have learned in our presentation. So CG1 is children develop the habits and keep them healthy and safe. Was it the same one which we have studied?
Yes.
Yes. Correct? Under this CG, we are going to have these three competencies, and where we are going, here we can put smiley faces, grades, whatever. Okay? Then curriculum 2, curriculum goal 2. See, now you can see here, these are the competencies, these are the curricular goals. Where are the domains? Yes, this side. CG1, CG2, CG3 will be under physical development. So this part will be entirely covered under this. So domains are also mentioned here. Okay? Take the printout and just see it today itself so that it will be very clear to you all. Okay? So all the CGs they have given till how many CGs? 13. Yes. 5. See, everywhere they have given the domains. Yes. 6, 7, 8. Yes. 10. Where is the 12th one? 13. Yes. Curricular goal. So all these CGs they have mentioned it here. And the domains and these statements are your competencies. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes.
I didn't get the answer.
Yes.
I don't want only yes from you all. Yes. Okay. So here, learner's profile by the teacher. What is the teacher's opinion about that child? Throughout the see, it is not again copy testing and giving general remarks to the child. The child is very sincere, hardworking, done. No. We have seen your general remarks. Yes, Isha ma'am, Divya ma'am? Yes. Child's identity. Whether the child has achieved something in CCA, in P, Ignite, whether the child has received any prize, external examination, so many things we are conducting. So the child's identity, see, this progress card will remain with the child throughout his life. So what kind of memories you as a teacher are going to create for the student? He will remember. See, on top of that, we are giving our photographs also. So you see, this is the teacher who hated me, who did not like me at all in the class. They should not have this kind of memories. Okay? So, learner's profile should be filled up by the teacher. Here is the parents' feedback. In term 1 and term 2, the parents are going to assess the child. They have given some aspects here, 2-3 points they have already given about this. My child. So here parent also will be equally responsible. The parent also have to understand what all activities are getting conducted in the class. Many of the parents have come to me during PTM saying that ma'am, ये आप WhatsApp message डालते हो, लेकिन ये activities आप कब plan करते हो? They are not aware about those planner part which we are giving it at the end of the almanac. That is why you have to read that in the class. You have to make your parents understand these things during your PTMs. First PTM is ice breaking. That time you can discuss these kind of things with your parents. Okay? Have I completed age appropriate vaccination? Because parents are having this kind of responsibility, so they will do it. This is self-assessment, will be done by child. The activities that I enjoy the most, PE, BPA, right? So here we will plan for any of the scholastic subject also, that they will love this kind of subjects. Then peer assessment. Again see, peers for grade 1 and 2, it is very difficult to judge or evaluate. So they can mark through this involves. This is very good, this I did not like. Helps in completing the task or activity. So did they need any help, or this activity I did not like, or my friend has not at all interested, was not interested at all in these things. This thing to be considered. Okay? Next one. Yes. Learner's portfolio. Now you all are preparing student-wise portfolios. Now here it is expected when we are having one file of the child, right from grade 1 to 5, all the assessments, his drawings, his artwork, everything should be compiled. His everything, I mean assessment, your observations, everything should be compiled in this portfolio, which will be reflected his personality. Okay? So the learner's portfolio here, and we are going to collect and arrange those documents, their drawings and other things in their file. And here the signature, parent, class teacher and principal. I think one more slide is there. Last. Yeah. So here we are having 3 levels and their interpretation is also given. Okay? Everywhere the instructions are very clear. Now here they have given some important notes for the teachers. And here they have given different levels. Here 0.3 scale is given. As I have told you, ABC, or maybe learner, progressing and proficient. Beginner, progressing and proficient. So these 3 levels, what will be the interpretation of that? How will you call the student that he is a beginner in some of the activities? The child may be proficient in some of the activities. So how will you classify that? For that, interpretation is also given here. Like for beginner, the child tries to achieve the competency and associated learning outcomes with a lot of support from the teachers. That is the beginners, level 1. Level 2 is progressing, achieves the competency and associated learning outcomes with occasion some support from the teacher. The child is becoming more independent here. And third is proficient, where he achieves the competency and associated learning outcomes on his own. Child is completely independently learning. There are some children in the class who will need hand holding. They will be beginners. Some are progressing. They are showing some progress. Then they are progressing. And teachers help. They don't need in any of the tasks. They will do it on their own. Teacher ने बता दिया कर लिया था. We have some special children in our class, in our school. Okay? So these are 3 levels. Beginner, progressing and proficient. I think this is over now. This is the last page. Grade 1 and 2. Similar way, we are having the preparatory level also. The learning guide for the teachers. Their progress card. Recently, ma'am had shared all these resources, all this resource material with me. I will be sharing all those things. I was just waiting for these things to happen, then I will be doing that. Now I have taken your time. Next page, please. Yeah. This is the assessment pattern we are thinking on. You all also think about these things and you can come up individually with your opinion about these things. Right now, this is what we have thought about in term 1 and term 2. 100 marks assessment will be done and 60 marks. Now the proportion will change. Till now we were having 60 marks pen and paper test. So now we will be having 60 marks activities and 40 marks test. So less work of correction, but more consistency in planning that is required from your side. Okay? So एक जगह पे बढ़ रहा है, एक जगह पे कम हो रहा है आपका. Correction work will be not a burden for you. So we are just planning for these things, like formative assessments we are going to have. Ma'am will be conducting a detailed session again on formative assessment. What is called formative assessment? Formative, and it is summative. Summative is mathematical at the end of the year, right? So all these assessment patterns, what it will be, how it will be conducted. This is what we have thought of. Your SEMEP, all these activities are already there, which will be your projects, quiz, classroom activities. All the other activities will come under this, okay, in term 1 and term 2. And these are some of the activities, some of the tools with which we can storytelling activities. These are certain things which we have already planned in our almanac, planner part. They will do storytelling, guided conversation, give a topic to the students and ask them to stay in the class, then play with methods. So these are different tools through which you are going to observe and assess the child, okay. And weightage is also mentioned here. So we will be coming to a golden mean where we will find out a proper assessment pattern for you all. And then will be followed for the next academic session. Alright? That's it. This is the conclusion. Holistic progress card. Yes, a comprehensive view because we are assessing the child throughout 360 degrees. Next is supportive learning environment. Values of all the aspect of growth for the child. Nurturing individuals. That is the all-round development of the child. Thank you so much. Sorry, ma'am, I have prolonged.